Hello, hello. Good evening, folks. Everyone here already? Still getting the last few things configured. Crunchy. Crunchy was not the intention. Let me turn on my monitor. Where is it? There we go. Mic. Monitor and output. Crunchy? Yeah, a bit. Oh yeah, that sounds not too great. Let me check my filters. I have no memory of this place. Yeah, it's been a while since I set this up. Is that the pressure? Oh, I have no memory of which setting does what. We can turn down the output gain a bit. Let's see if that does anything. What do you say? Maybe just a bit better. Better, still not good. Yeah. I was expecting some audio scuff here. At least the mute button is working for coughing. Okay, did this do anything? Hard to say. Okay, getting further down here. Where are we now? Checking if all the cables are plugged in properly. Doesn't seem all that crunchy to me anymore. No idea why here. Well. Yeah, this is part of the test that we're doing here today. Minecraft is the treat after. Yeah, clip them out at the end. Taking my limiter to a different level. Boys, don't scare me like that. Lies sleeping in a box and dreamt of something. Which caused him to twitch, which caused a sound, which scared John. Or cats. Okay, what if we're just lowering the max volume here? Okay, minus 2 dB. Is this any better? It's also the question how loud I am in comparison to the background music. We need to turn down that. Crunchy edge. Bit quieter. Okay, let's see. Where are we here? Going down one notch. What other settings can I play around with? Okay, what happens to the sound if I take out the compressor? No, not properties, filters, please. I mean, the compressor should help to get me louder. But that may be part of the clipping audio. Gotta turn the audio up for me a bit. Test, test. Seems a bit better. Better, you say? Okay. I'm gonna throw that one out. I think I can put that up again, though. Okay. What do y'all think? Can we start with this audio setup for the microphone? Oh, okay. I just turned it up from -2 dB back to 0 dB in the mixer. But if we'll get it off with -2, then let's go with that. Should be back now. Then I'll take my own voice off my monitor. Okay. Yeah. Then we have leveled out the microphone and the music. Now for the interesting part. I think there's supposed to be a game. Let me pull down the music and pull up the game. Which I can hear now as well. Okay, okay. Get out of that studio mode. Yeah, game audio is not all that interesting yet. It's mostly having the main menu music. Which might or might not get obnoxious in the end. We'll see. Touch too loud. Yeah, it often is. Let's start by putting down the music to 80. And then we'll go from there. I got my subtitles. Oh, there was one thing. Is that in the accessibilities? View bobbing? There it is. Turn that off. Because that's gonna get real shaky for some folks. The distortion effects down already. I don't need a narrator hotkey, please and thank you. Okay. Yeah, fresh setup here of all the mods 10 to the sky. Nothing configured yet. So it's gonna be a lot of configuring hotkeys whenever I touch a new one of the mods. For anyone not familiar with the All the Mods series, supposedly it started with a group of friends who just wanted to play a wild mix of mods, and yeah, then turned out to be this large-scale kitchen sink pack that is now in the 10th iteration, and most of them came with a skyblock variant. So we're playing All the Mods 10 to the sky on a little sky island, because that's a bit lighter on the resources. Instead of simulating the whole world, we just have a few blocks, and I'm lazy when it comes to world exploration. Okay, before we dive in though, with this being my third stream, I think it's maybe a nice idea to have the first introduction of who the heck I am. My name is Hase. I'm the hare at the edge of the town who scrounged up some old tech and set up a somewhat retro gaming setup. Yeah, now we're having the latest iteration of a mod pack, which is not all that retro. First stream was doing some cube programming, then we did some very old RPG. Now it's something a bit more modern. So let's see where this leads us. Preparing for world creation. Yeah, there's not going to be much creation. The pack comes with a few templates. Let's see what strikes our fancy. World creation is a very complicated thing. Come on. But, I just saw we had a follow earlier. Thank you, Leviathan, for the follow. And Firebot allows me to re-trigger those things, which is nice. So when people follow before the stream actually begins, I can re-trigger that and people get the alerts they deserve. You can still call them out, yeah, kind of. As long as Firebot was running and the event was logged in my feed, I can replay it. That's pretty nice. Okay, very innovative world name. It's gonna be survival. It's gonna be, let's say, hard difficulty, because I know the rules of that a bit better. I'm gonna keep the commands on, because modded Minecraft has the quirk of sometimes needing a few tweaks and settings. Hi, Lapinjin. World type is going to be skyblock. Random seed is fine. Structures, bonus, stressed. Yeah, we want the structures. I think the defaults should be fine here. Preparing for world creation again. I mean, the world creation is done through templates. Shouldn't be that complicated. But if it keeps loading anyway, I can throw some info in the chat, maybe about, let's test the other button, about the music we were hearing earlier. Because I was looking around, okay, where am I gonna get music for my stream? If there's copyright on pretty much anything. But yeah, Panda Beats has my back. They have a big collection, and I took some of their lo-fi albums. Put that on again. This little widget is the Amuse widget from 6K Labs. And we're taking our time loading terrain. I mean, yeah, it's Minecraft, modded Minecraft nonetheless. It's gonna be heavy. My PC is a Stream Deck, not a Stream Deck, a Steam Deck. Valve, not Elgato. Steam Deck, which is a handheld PC in the end, even though I'm using it as a desktop. So the power is limited. We're doing the best we have. Welcome to the sky. Use Skyblock GUI to choose an island and get started. We hope you all enjoy. Okay, let me put Spotify back out then, because now we should be getting game sound again. Well, at least a bit. Yes, a Steam Deck. I wasn't the first in the pre-orders, but I was one of the pre-orders, and yeah, took the cheapest option and immediately ripped it open and put in a bigger SSD. So I have some better storage in here. Let's see, observable to find lag sources, okay. We have Ars Nouveau, that's gonna be interesting. Built-in dynamic lights enabled with Ars Light on. I think our graphics mods are gonna take care of that. Advancement backups. Yes, magic. Don't know if you saw in the bottom left in the main menu, but this pack has 378 mods, and they're all connected through a big quest line, and the soft goal of the All the Mods packs is always to get the All the Mods star, which is an item crafted from a bunch of endgame high-level items from various different mods. And yeah, it's gonna take a while. It's not gonna be finished today. If we want to do that, it's gonna be a series and work. Okay, what was the advancement for? Spawn into a Skyblock void world. Okay. But they wanted us to use the Skyblock GUI command. Generate GUI. Okay, let's create a new team. My name is Hause. Template. Simple Life. Visits, join requests. Let's see. Simple Life looks like a farmhouse with a tower and a greenhouse. Interesting. Witch cottage. Pretty much what it says on the tin. Also with farmland around. And a little pond. That's cute. Yeah, Simple Life. That would be a season to behold. Default. Yeah, the absolutely most default classic Skyblock island. Bit of dirt and a tree. Sanguine Sanctuary. That sounds like blood magic things. That's a big house. In a cave with dripstone. Okay. Steve's Staycation. Oh, I think I saw that in a Let's Play. A trailer, or a camper, rather, and a picnic. And also a cave below. Piggy. Okay, this is a cute twist on the default. Just adding some concrete. What else do we have? Sky Factory. Okay, that's the hardcore variant. One block of dirt is really not much. And there we go, Simple Life again. Anyone got a favorite? I'm gonna go with one of the more feature-rich islands, but I'm not sure which one actually. One with a cave, maybe? Yeah, they do. They definitely do. I think the staycation one is the most blank canvas while still having enough space to get started. Yeah, let's do that one. Successfully created team. And here we are in our little camper van. Okay, this is very big, but also very close. I'll check, is it video settings? Gonna play a bit with the FOV, the field of vision. If I can find it. Okay, not in here. Did they move that to accessibility? That's the FOV effects. Video settings. Minimum FOV. Minimum zoom FOV. I appreciate the graphics engine mods because they do a lot for performance, but the menu that comes with Sodium and its add-ons, that's something. Oh yeah, it's just here. Let's get that. Not quite that far. Let's start with 80. Yeah, I can see a bit more. That's better. The garage door is actually working. That's cool. I haven't played with my cars all that much. Oh, and we're starting with a hiccup. A lot of decoration blocks. We can sit. Okay, the inverted view is a bit much for me. Yeah, that's one of the create seats. Create is one of the mods I played more with. I actually have a driver's seat and all. Okay, now that we have a few game sounds, how's the volume of that for you? Don't want you all jumping whenever I place a block. It's a giant car. I wouldn't want to drive that on the highway. Lunch basket. An actual inventory block. That's cute. Pancakes. Very good. I walked over grass blocks and I completed a quest already. Great. Okay, going down the path leads us to our small river. Oh, we started with a ferro flare lantern. That's cool. Do I want to know where this water is coming from? If this is the output? Oh, there's actually a chest hidden here. But an empty chest. Oh, thanks. Gonna take that with me though. I don't drown in the process because it takes forever. Okay. That also completes a bunch of quests. I like easy questing. Yeah, I mentioned the Feral Flare Lantern. If I recall correctly, that one places invisible light sources in a specific range. I don't know, maybe 32 block radius or something. And prevents hostile mob spawns. Oh, we have a few of that. So we should be pretty safe for now. Oh, giant mushrooms. Oh, what's this? Here. Bunch of empty barrels. Ah. Separate entrance. That's cool. Okay. So we have a rough idea of where we are, where we stand. And night is falling and there's no sleeping space in here, apparently. Oh, there is. Okay. Another advancement. Sweet dreams. Nice. Okay, let's check what we spawned with, apart from a torch. We have a wooden watering can. Not sure what we need to water, but we're gonna find out. Maybe to get crops to grow faster. Blueprint package, that's gonna come in handy. And a tattered tome, the documentation for Ars Nouveau. Yeah, that's one of the bigger or more well-known magic mods, which to some people actually feels like a tech mod with a magic skin. But we're gonna get into that later. And Silent Gear gives us a few options to get tools crafted in different ways. Shovel blueprint, small spoon. Okay. Yeah, it's basically an upgrade to the normal tool crafting. Okay, let's get those up there. And yeah, part of what we have here with extra options is the quest book. I mentioned earlier that there's going to be quests that lead us through the whole thing. So let's see, welcome. All the mods 10, now in the sky, again. Is a kitchen sink pack that allows you to explore a variety of different mods in your own way. If you have any questions or issues, feel free to join the ATM Discord. Creating a team, we did that. If you want to create a team for you and your friends, use the command FB Teams Party Create the team. Yeah, we did that through the GUI earlier. In this mod pack, quests are optional. Mods are not gated behind completing any quests. A lot of the individual... that is loud. A lot of the individual quest lines outside of the main quest line are meant to serve as mod guides. If you want to follow the progression, make sure to check out the main quest line. Yeah, they say that mods are not hidden behind quest progression. But it is indeed sometimes hidden behind other mods, because not everything is done by the default crafting recipes. Okay, so we're gonna have to go through the Skyblock quests to get around. We're getting some introduction through basics, more or less basic mods, or the basics of some mods at the very least. I'm gonna go through some tech mods, mod-specific quests, and that's the categories already. Yeah, aside of ours, there's Apothic Spawners, Apotheosis, Apothic Enchanting, so a bit more magic. Integrated Dynamics is gonna be real techy, but feel very abstract. It's one of those mods that really doesn't have a vanilla feel and can get quite complicated. Create has a bit of a vanilla feel, a bit of a not what's the word? Not steampunk, not quite solar punk either. It's yeah, a bit more Industrial Revolution early times with the most advanced energy source being a steam engine and a lot of movement. Draconic Evolution. That's gonna be chaotic and a chore if we get to that. That thing has really, really annoying high-level bosses. Iron Furnaces is gonna smelt things faster. Anything else that I can tell you about? Mystical Agriculture is gonna help us get resources through plants. Productive Bees is gonna give us resources through bees, beekeeping. And Productive Trees is gonna do the same through trees. They're very interesting approaches there. Let's check Silent Gear. Okay. That's the one we got the blueprints from. Okay, okay. Extreme reactors, because mechanism reactors aren't big enough, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of power through the pack, which is why we got the power mod. It's probably gonna be a good one to start early with. Few basics. Okay, let's see how they want us to start, because there's not all that much wood on here, but we can still punch some trees. And I'm getting some food and more torches. That's good. Welcome to the sky. You might notice the lack of, well, pretty much everything. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. In case you have a problem of too much ground, normal world, not skyblock, then check out the FAQ. Okay. Yep, that was the very, very intro. Grass. Observation, Minecraft grass block. We looked at grass. We also touched it, so we now get some dirt. We'll need the tree for wood and everything from wood. What about grass? Passive mobs need grass to spawn. Grass spreads to other dirt. We can shift right-click grass for pebbles. Oh yeah, that's how we're gonna get stone early on. Grass, which we have. Light, which we will need. If it is light enough with grass for them to spawn, they will randomly spawn. Okay. Bit more raw beef then. Punching trees, no things. Let's start. I think we'll need that. Emergency saplings is always good to have. And we're gonna start with getting an oak log for a bit more and get a crafting table on the stick. Nice. 3 mobs. Okay, then let's... Oh, is it already getting dark again? Let's start by punching some trees and then going on to get some stone so we can craft some tools. Every Minecraft playthrough needs to punch some trees. And a bunch of quest line starting quests are getting completed for doing basically nothing. Replanting though. Oh, maybe a bit further to the edge. So we get a bit more space out here. We get some spruce already? Yeah. Maybe one of the other trees. Okay, more wood and a crafting table on a stick, which is a mobile crafting table. So we don't always have to walk towards the table. Let's see, Curio has a crafting on a stick slot, and options, controls, keybinds. Crafting on a stick. Let's make that Control E. What else apparently has Control E? Manager screen, open text editor. I don't think we need that. Okay, done, 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 done. Yeah, now I have a keybind for that. That's nice. And save on inventory space. Speaking of which, got a chest and I'm not using it. Keep that here. Okay, we'll need a furnace to take care of that. Maybe that's a good place to start. Also take off the axle off our wheels, because we're not going anywhere. This is how we get stone. Just punch in the ground. Fun skyblock mechanic. And we also, yeah, have a hotkey to compress these things. At least those we have 4 more pebbles of. Even more stone pebbles, and even more cobblestone. Don't even worry about making wooden tools, just go straight to stone. Yes, you can still make stone generators with water and lava. That's good. If you're taking the harder route, you can't use these just yet. You'll need to follow the quest to get there. Yeah. That takes a bit of crafting before we get everything we need. That's the thing with Skyblock. You start with very little and use your knowledge or quest line to get somewhere. Okay, we want to craft a hammer so we can sift through some of the materials here. How about we hammer them down? So we're digging through the grass to find pebbles, which we craft into stone blocks, which we then hammer down into gravel blocks, which we're passing through a sieve to find other things in there. It's a whole thing. Gravel, sand, dust, crushed deep slate, and crushed black stone. Okay, that's all gonna be a process to get. Oh yeah, and we can compress things. Flint is gonna help us through to the first shears. Oh, infesting trees. There's so much to do early on. I think, do you want advancement monster hunter? Okay. That needs to spawn. For that we need to spawn hostile mobs. Yeah, definitely. You can learn a lot in all this, which is helpful for any modded playthroughs. But not everything is transferable to other mod packs. Some things are very special within ATM, and also other mod packs might stray from the norm of what their actual mod creators intended. Yeah, seeing how Minecraft doesn't want to play any music, I think I'm gonna play some music. Let me put that back on. And then we can get to hammering some things. Options, music and sounds. Putting down music all the way. Then we're not gonna get any weird things. We even have a ceiling fan in here. Wild. Okay, how much stone do we have? Sorry, how much stone do we have? Just enough. To get a hammer done, which should be... Yes, yeah. A stone hammer. Let me place some of the stone in the world. And if we mine it with a hammer, we then get gravel. It's a bit of a process in the beginning, definitely. One thing we can do later on, we can compress blocks into compressed blocks. Interestingly enough. Multiple times, actually. That one saves space, and secondly there's also a compressed hammer which I can craft from 9 hammers, with which I can crush down compressed blocks directly. So that's the compression recipe. I have a hotkey for that though. It's all a thing. Oh, and items stay in the crafting on a stick, so I have 9 additional inventory slots with that thing. Interesting, that feels like a glitch. Or maybe an exploit. We're going to need a bit more wood to later on get on with sieves. Oh yeah, for which we also need string. This is where that one comes in. A crook, which needs 4 sticks. Okay. So the crook will help us find silkworm in tree leaves, which we then put back into the tree leaves to let them infest those leaves. And when we break the leaves, we get more silkworms and string. So yeah, it's... all of this is a whole process. Okay. Let me uncompress that for the other quest. Okay, and we can also hammer dust. Let's see. If I want to continue with that, I need a sieve to actually, and yeah, sieves and meshes to get actual resources from it. Let's see. Get those to the side. What did I say? We need a crook. Give him the hook. That actually gave us a spruce sapling. Nice. No silkworms. Do they only come from oak leaves? Oh, there we go. So I put the silkworm into the leaves. Now I have infested leaves. You see the progress at the top, and it's slowly turning white. And as soon as it's fully infested, it might even spread to nearby leaves. At least it's supposed to. At least I thought so. Yeah. Okay. Gonna let that infest in peace. Get my trees replanted so we're not running out of them. Did you see that? Moss slabs? Oh, it's a framed block. Okay. Yeah, it is a lot. Okay, that should be all. And oh yeah, we have vein mining. Yeah, vertical slabs. The shelves are coming up. Maybe that's gonna help with something. Did I need to break that with a crook? Why didn't I get neither strings nor that? Throw those silkworms on leaves to infest them. This will spread to other leaves and grow over time. Just break those white leaves now to get it. Okay, I was just unlucky. But yay, more wood. Okay. New try. New silkworm. Let's go, buddy. Okay, while that is going, I can... yeah, let's do about half of that. A bit more than half. Okay, crush some of the gravel into sand, into dust. So we have more materials going on. Yep, 18. I was wondering whether or not I could count. Because it should have doubled. And here we're getting some dust. Okay, now for why I'm doing that. Checking the uses of this. When we sift the dust through a string mesh, we get various other dusts. Bone meal, gunpowder, Certus quartz dust, skystone dust, grains of infinity, redstone dust, glowstone dust, and blaze powder. So we can get blaze powder without ever going to the nether. That's actually cool. Other uses of the sieve, at least on the lower levels. Sand can get us Certus quartz crystals, charged ones, and various desert items, also seed pickles, early way to get iron nuggets and flint. Can sift the dirt for some plant material. Later on we can get soul sand for some nether materials. Red sand contains gold, because of course it does. In vanilla Minecraft, red sand spawns as part of Badlands biomes. Badlands or Mesa. One of them is the actual name, the other was the old name. They were renamed at some point and I can't remember which one won out at the end. And in mesas or badlands, there's more gold spawning in the ground. That's probably why the developers did this. Okay, we can sift moss for a lot of trees, including the Ars trees and sauceberries. So that's where we're gonna get some early magic. We talked about dust. Yeah, gravel gets us various ore chunks. So we're not mining for them, we're just sifting them out of the ground. Endstone will, or crushed endstone rather, will give us some end materials. Crushed deep slate gives some other ores. I'm not sure if they're all the same. I think they're different. Crushed blackstone will give us more blackstone basalt. But yeah, a bit of a nether theme with the ancient debris as well. Netherrack may have nylium spores. Okay. A lot of things we can sift for. Let's check what our silkworm has done. Again, nothing. Okay, I'm gonna break the next one with the crook. Because this isn't helping. We need that string. And why are you so tall? Like how am I supposed to chop that down? Let me get back my crook so we can find another silkworm. That wasn't smart. There's a silkworm. Okay, there you go, buddy. Let there be light. Replanting some oak again. We shouldn't be running out with that. Saving some just to be sure. Oh wait, stone pebble, cobblestone. Get a furnace set up. So we can cook the remaining meat that we got from the other quest. Just enough. Just enough. Okay, we'll also need some coal. Yeah, it's a bit wasteful to burn logs directly. I think crafting them down is a bit more efficient. Not entirely sure. Okay, that looks pretty infested to me. Let's get up here. If I take out the wood, the tree decays. We're not getting any string. Something doesn't want me to get string. No silkworms here. Still none? Okay. I mean, we got some saplings, so not all is bad, but... I want to keep these custom trees around for a bit longer. So just gonna trim the bottommost leaves here. Still nothing. Other trees aren't grown yet. Wait, do we? We have the twerk mod. I can stand next to any plants and just crouch repeatedly. And that was our crook. Come on, there's gotta be something. Yeah, the mod is called the twerk mod. I did not coin the term. I didn't come up with the concept. I'm just the messenger. Got an apple. I guess that's nice. Still no silkworm. The Wandering Trader. I have no emeralds. Sorry. Sorry, my guy. Don't even have the energy to slap him off my island. That's just sad. There we go. Do your worst. Let's see if we can find another. I don't think they're supposed to be that rare. Occasional game freezes, that's encouraging. Okay, let me put some more oak next to this one. So they can get infested together. You don't mind if I grow a tree right here, right? Okay, I hope that didn't override the infested leaves. Okay, and now with the crook, one by one, there's some string. Hallelujah. Okay, so only breaking that with the crook. Put another silkworm in for good measure. think those count as connected. No, they definitely will. Okay. Yeah, some infested leaves are spreading out here. Alright, why did we do that? Okay, it's just that. Actually gonna make as many as I can, which is 2. Let's see, that gotta be more. Yeah. Cooked silkworm, yeah, you can also eat those things. Not necessarily my personal preference, but it's possible. Okay, for the sieves we need slabs and planks. Not what I wanted to click. Okay, that should be enough for 4 sieves then. It's a decent start, I'd say. And with the sieves, we need mesh to put in anyway. If we can get the mesh in. And let's start with some gravel. Sieves that are touching each other can be used together. I think a 5x5 is the maximum. Yeah, maximum distance. And now I can either repeatedly click or just hold down right mouse button to sift down my gravel and see what comes of it. Ore chunks, as expected, some flint. Even got a piece of coal, which reminds me, I wanted to use some. Get our beef cooked. Put in some more silkworms to get this sped up, but looks like most of it actually... That wasn't planned. Most of it already looks infested to me. Okay. And let's save those for later. He said as if they were actually a tasty snack. And let's get another crook. Are you scared of the dark, my man? The wandering traitors drink invisibility potions when it turns to night. And in the morning they drink milk to get rid of the effect. Which is a smart strategy. But I usually don't expect villagers to be that smart. Okay, that one's gonna break immediately, because this is a lot. No, not immediately. But in 2 tries. But yeah, this already gave us over a stack of string, so... At this point... Or at this stage of spreading out our production, actually getting somewhere with the string production. Okay, what even did we get? Aluminum, silver, osmium, and lead. Aluminum or aluminium? Brits versus Americans. Go fight in the comments. The German does not care. Even got a cactus. We got a cactus from the sand that we got by crushing down gravel, which was crushed down cobblestone, which we dug from the grass. So, through biomes, we can have everything from everywhere. Welcome to hostile neural networks. Can I sift my dirt in peace before I get into high-tech stuff? A dead bush, actual cactus. Yeah, we even got some blaze powder. Some things from the nether. Because why not? Okay, more sieves that we can place. Iron and copper would both come from gravel. Okay, so we're gonna need a bit more gravel for this. Flint can be gained rarely from breaking gravel like normal or from 7 blocks. Usually flint is pretty garbage in Minecraft. Makes flint and steel, then nothing else. Well, you can craft arrows with it, but you rarely do that because you also need a feather. And everyone who's using more arrows either uses the infinity enchantment or takes on a farm either for skeletons or maybe even bartering for what are the glowing arrows called again? God. Okay, Skyblock is much different though, so grab and save it for the early game. Okay. Box. Yeah, we already checked that out. More dust, we can get that checked out or sifted down. Okay. Already a full inventory. Because modded is even worse than vanilla Minecraft with that. But we get options to carry and sort more items later on, so it's fine. Gonna need a second chest though. Guess we're already growing out of this one. Haven't even crafted a pickaxe yet. Let's get those blueprints out of the way for now. Yeah, maybe I should focus on getting a storage system built up pretty early. This is gonna be chaos for now. And we're gonna have to deal with it. So I have 3 different foods in my inventory. That's neat. Gonna put the apples away and eat the silkworm first, just to get that out of the way. We always need sticks. Okay. Let's get some more stone. For pickaxe as well as for sifting gravel. Do we have carry on? Apparently we don't. Okay. Carry on is a mod that lets you pick up, depending on the configuration, pretty much anything from mobs to blocks, and yeah, just pick up a full running furnace and put it somewhere else without breaking. Can be nice. That's a noise. Oi. Okay. Was not prepared for that one. 4 stone is not all that much. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot more. This can later also be automated, which is nice. Not just clicking the ground for stone, but getting a stone generator set up. And using that in conjunction with a automated hammer and an automated sieve. A lot of automation to be done later down the line. I mentioned the All the Mods star earlier, which needs various end game items. Some of it also just uses plain compressed blocks with the side effect of needing a lot of them with a high compression rate. So I don't know, 8, 6, whatever times compressed nether star block, which is the next lower tier nether star block compressed times 9, all the way down to a nether star block, which is 9 nether stars. And getting that many the usual way by killing wither skeletons to get their skulls and using that together with soul sand to spawn the wither and kill that to getting a singular nether star, that's just not feasible. There are people who speedrun this pack, and I can tell you they really don't do that. Just out of curiosity. Apart from the fact that there's also a 9 times compressed ATM star block. The ATM star is crafted either through ultimate crafting or... well, actually just through ultimate crafting. Various high-level things and a lot of singularities. And the singularities are compressed down items. And this needs 25,000 diamonds to be pressed down into a diamond singularity. To then be used as a single part of a singular ATM star. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of automation and item creation and all that. Okay, but now we got some iron and copper, so we satisfied another quest. But we can get the actual blocks, that's nice. I am also gonna need a pickaxe for those though. And I just crushed and sieved all my stone. Back to clicking the ground. Okay, item storage, item sorting, and basic resource creation. That's gonna be the plan for now. Okay, we got 9. That should be enough to get us at least a stone pickaxe, so we can mine down these ore blocks. Though technically for the iron it's not needed, because it just gives 1 raw ore. Copper gives more though. Okay, throw that in here. Can put the coal in here, so we have that space free again as well. Get some pebbles in here. Okay, it might be worth it to go for a compressed hammer. left the string anyway. Okay, I think the Wandering Trader might have despawned by now, but since the llamas were separated from his leads, they stay around. So we have at least some life out here. Punching the ground in the night. Also sift some of the dirt, though that's just gonna create more items I can't manage. Getting ahead of myself. Oh yeah, I can also vein mine with the hammer. Don't need to do it one by one. I should set those into the ground so I can collect the items easier. Okay, but we'll get some more coal. Fluid logistics, yeah, not quite yet. Not quite yet. Okay, let's see. To get this automated, I will need some form of stone generator. Cobblegen galore. Okay, how do you work? Classic recipe. Where can I get some lava though? I can probably craft some lava. Through a crucible, what else do we have? Squeezer. I can squeeze blaze powder into lava. Okay, I can extract from lava, which I need lava in the first place. Okay, so our way to lava is to smelt down some form of, probably stone might be the best way to do this. For which we need a crucible, which is to be fired, and to fire something we need to form it out of porcelain clay, which is clay with bone meal, and clay for now I think is best to do through, I can't see it. We do some clay blocks by mixing water and dust in a barrel. It's a lot. This one. Let's see. There's a kitchen sink which can provide unlimited water. It needs terracotta and more water and more iron. Yeah, I'm gonna work with what we have for now. Okay, but we have some iron, so I can craft a bucket. That is one part, and we'll need a barrel, probably oak, because that's what we have most of. A slab and 6 planks. We had a leftover slab. Here we go. not all that controlled, but here we go. That goes in the green waste. Barrels allow for all kinds of transformative crafting. But for now, we want to fill it with water and also put in what did we want to put in? Dust. Yeah, that's it. Let's see. Yeah, the barrels can just take leaf blocks and convert those into water, but I'm just going to take some from the river because it's faster. And while we do need shears to get leaf blocks, which usually would mean more iron, there's flint shears in the pack, and we have a lot of flint, so we could craft shears through flint. And I'm gonna place some torches around actually, because it is bright out due to the feral flare lanterns. But I haven't seen any passive mobs spawning yet. So maybe that doesn't count to the proper block light. I don't know. Let's see that we're putting that in here. And we are creating more stone. To crush it into gravel, to crush it into dust. To make it into clay, to make it into a crucible, to melt down stone to get lava, to then create more stone automatically. Starting in Skyblock is a process, let's call it that. Gravel. Sand. Dust. You put dust into the water barrel to get a block of clay. There we go. Let's get another one. Yeah, getting started in Skyblock is a bit intimidating, but it's the kind of progression that builds on top of what you built before and can involve automation and all that, and that's kind of my alley, so I'm fine with it. It's tedious, especially in the start. And I got nothing. But I need more bone meal. Meh. I could compost some things probably. Anyone want to tell me what composting options are? Yeah, it's not going to show me here. Because it's not technically a recipe for bone meal, it's just the result. Okay, yeah, various leaf blocks are probably some of the best things we can do here. Wait, pretty much everything has a 30% chance, isn't it? Even seeds, which usually just have 1 or 2%. Okay, so pretty much anything that can be composted is worth composting. That's cool. That's also gonna need a composter. I think that was it, yeah. So we can take some spare saplings. Okay, a 30% chance is still not a guarantee. We would have funk. Let's harvest some of the things we already have produced. So we can have a bit more space to produce other things. I think we can also compost silkworms, and got quite a few now. Still gonna keep some, because getting the first ones is tedious, but it's something. Now let's keep 4. More string, more pebbles, and we can't compost them. Okay, we're keeping them all. Some more wood and some more saplings. Oh, already pretty hungry as well. Oh, I forgot the noise already. Oh. Yeah. I hope we're done with those pretty soon, so we can get back to the let's say normal foods. Nothing against the concept of eating insects, but this in-game noise is... it sure is. Let's say that. I think if I place those next to each other, I can A, grow them together, and B, harvest them together. Choice indeed. Yeah, that's much faster. If tree farming were that fast in vanilla, eh? I suppose it's not too bad, but modded does have its perks. Especially in a pack that needs this much automation in the end. Okay, we have enough clay, but we still don't have enough bone meal. Unless I wanna go for a lot of leaves. Let's go the dust route. What's floating over there? Hey, excuse me, what are you? Are you a little guy? Are you a soul? Facing ghosts. Oh, over there. What are you? Do we have some form of zoom key? Not really. Not that I know of. Interesting creatures. I got distracted from farming stone, which needs an empty hand. Okay, there's gotta be some stone in there. Let's get rid of the other pebbles so we don't clog our inventory that much. There we go. Compress all that. 18, maybe that gets us something. Okay, apples out of the way. Dirt out of the way, okay. Well, the hammer is broken, but the tool doesn't vanish. That's interesting. Okay. Then we can probably just repair it with cobblestone again. It needs 3 cobblestone to repair it fully, but only 2 to craft a new one. Yeah, repairing in this case isn't really worth it, it seems. We're up to 3 bone meal. Okay, that was a very slow process. Oh well. Somebody's gotta do it. For the automation, we're also gonna need some iron, so that means more gravel sifting to get some iron out of it. It's a lot. Okay, let me check the other stone types. Crushed. Can't andesite be crushed? Doesn't look like it. Let me test that with one. Okay, so the other stone types apparently are crushed down to gravel as well. So andesite, granite, diorite. Let's go. And a singular cobblestone. While we are waiting for materials to accumulate, check out the commands command in chat. There should be a description of the currency commands. Because even though I'm not affiliated and you can't collect channel points with me, you can still collect arcade tokens. The what commands? Yeah, let me actually give you this one, commands. From there you can go to the link to get a list of commands available here in chat. And one of them should explain the use of arcade tokens. You collect them similar to channel points on affiliated Twitch channels, just by watching. But you have the option to spend them through commands instead of a graphical interface. Bit clumsy, but it works. And there is currently one action that you can use these commands with, namely a text-to-speech command. So if I don't have to tell the world all that much for now. You can spend some tokens. I think I priced it at 500 to let my automaton say something for you. I checked before stream, and Les actually has the most arcade tokens of anyone, at least before this stream. She was watching like 5 hours, which is pretty much all my stream time so far, so thanks for that. But yeah, while I'm sifting and collecting things, you can...
Viewer Son of Snack says, "What is this magic?"
That's an automaton, which at some point is also gonna get a visual, but not yet. And if you check your balance again, it should have gone down. Okay, we managed to produce a crucible. Let's check the heat sources for that actually. Because to melt something we need some form of heat under the crucible before we can put anything in. We could just use a torch, but that's going to be very slow. A superheating element from mechanism is usually the fastest. Hi Mac, have a good time lurking. Oh yeah, soul lava is pretty much the hottest thing you can encounter in this pack. But that's a far way off. That would be pretty fast. Yeah, a fire would actually be the best thing we can currently create, apart from a campfire. But fires do tend to go out after some time, unless we burn something that does not vanish. One of them being netherrack. And we can create a stone barrel where we combine lava and witch water. For which we would need mycelium, some more sifting of... Okay. That's not the way. Is there any way for us to get netherrack right now? Quests. Yeah, we get one from the crest. That's nice. And the cobblestone generators can actually create different materials depending on what they are surrounded by. That's also nice. Okay, then let's check the quest for... Where did we go? We produced some clay. And some porcelain clay. Creating a porcelain crucible. We get more and netherrack. These have one purpose, cooking items into lava. Yeah. For the crucible above a heat source, some heat more, which speed up fire, does more than lanterns. Lava does more than fire. I think that's a lie. Let me check that again. Then place blocks into the crucible like stone or even netherrack. After some time it will make lava. Okay. Let me check the uses for that again. Melt rate over fire, 5. Melt rate over lava, 3. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it's good to check the crafting recipes to see what is actually true from the things that the quest book tells you is the truth. It doesn't have to be the truth. Okay, in the interest of not burning ourselves, let me... Didn't want to go that far. Let's bury the netherrack down. So we can light a fire that occupies this block to then have a block above that, the actual crucible. And for that I need a light source, a fire source. Flint and steel, for which I need iron, which I do not have in high enough quantity. Let's see, basalt. We can crush down basalt, right? Not like that. Crushed. Hello, let me type. Crushed salt. Okay, apparently not. But we can crush blackstone. Using that in a sieve will not give us any iron. What was the other thing? Deep slate. crushed deep slate uses in the sieve. That will give us some iron ore. Okay. Then I'll take those. Okay. Okay, deep slate is a very satisfying sound, doesn't it? And the stone hammer is broken. I'm actually gonna throw that one out. Yeah, it takes some time to get down to the proper level, and it breaks slower than stone. Yeah, mining deep slate in vanilla is a chore. Okay, a new hammer. First amethyst. And still no more iron. Platinum. Get some expensive materials here. Let's see, blackstone, basalt, we have no use for right now. Alright, masite, no stone. Okay, more copper deep slate, we can crush that as well. Nothing. Sometimes there's nothing come of it. Yeah, it can indeed suck you in. That's true. I started a few packs over the years because of streamers and let's players on YouTube. I haven't really finished any of them though. There's not enough intrinsic motivation within me to do that. I finished very little games in overall, which is a shame, but it is what it is. And sometimes life just comes in the way. Gothic 2, yeah. We talked about Gothic earlier, actually. So the first Gothic stream was in June. So the VOD is on YouTube. That's technically not the problem, but I don't know how many people will actually watch that. So maybe it's a good idea to start over. But that's also another 3 hours we're not getting back. It's hard. It's hard. where we had the flint. Okay, but we got enough iron to compress it down at least once. Let's conserve some coal. Take some planks. There we go. I'm not gonna break that down because I don't have fortune or anything, and it's just gonna turn into one raw iron anyway. All that crushing and sifting to get a singular piece of iron to get a flint and steel. This modpack fascinates me. Is it publicly available or did you throw it together yourself? This is the publicly available ATM10 to the Sky. So the Skyblock version of the 10th iteration of the All the Mods series. A kitchen sink mod pack, meaning they threw a whole bunch of things in here. In this current version there's 387, I think was the number we saw. So a lot of mods that can do a lot of things. It does come with a quest line, so starting out and then building up to get a very big crafting tree down to a singular All the Mods star in the end. Which is only the soft end. From there you can go on further, because with the star you can create some creative items which are then available in survival, but can be used to craft or obtain unlimited amounts of certain things. And yeah, just grows even more exponentially from there. Okay, let's see. We have some crucibles. Can throw some cobblestone in here, which then smelts down into lava. Okay, what was the other thing? We wanted the lava to create a cobblestone generator, which needs lava bucket. Bucket needs iron, or there was the option of a porcelain bucket. It would absolutely explode my PC, but it sounds fun. Yeah. My machine is worked fine with it. It would probably run easier if I were to set it up as a server and then just let the client run on my end. But the decision on which mod pack to do was done 20 minutes before stream, so I wasn't gonna set up anything serious server-wise there. Okay, we're getting there. What was it? The rest? A block of glass, actually. Okay. Let's get that. Gravel, sand, glass. Night, little soul. Are you a little soul? Doesn't seem hostile at the very least, so that's neat. Yeah, I'm taking the long way, I got the memo. Okay. 4 blocks of cobblestone smelt down into 1 bucket of lava. Okay, not out more stones, otherwise I can't get a cobble gen. Taking out the glass. Elias, could you please take at least your head off the microphone? PC can take it, my schedule is the one suffering. Yeah, that tracks. I have been sucked into mod packs and the likes at some points. Good thing. For legal reasons, the following statement is a joke. Good thing no one checks what you're doing in the background while you're in the home office joining any meetings. Even with the camera on, you have your notebook in front of you and your private PC behind that, no one will notice. This has been not legal advice with Hase. Okay, let's actually craft a chest and craft that into a drawer, because I know a bit about my storage mods. How to use this cobble gen though. This is a different gaming on company time, dollar dime, yeah, something like that. Okay, let's give me... okay, I need lava in the water next to the block to actually let it generate cobblestone. Okay. For legal reason, this is hypothetical, but as a home office worker, I do know about the dollar and the dime. Well, time theft is a serious crime, and everyone partaking in time theft will produce possibly less value for our esteemed shareholders. We can't have that, can we now? Okay, so this quest is supposed to be completed by having a porcelain water bucket. And I have a porcelain water bucket. Why is the quest not completing? This feels off. Oh, because it wants actually to make water from leaves. Okay, I want the quest completion, but I'll take care of that later. For now, get the generator working actually. Wait, let me pick up that. Is that smart what I'm doing here? We're gonna do it regardless. Let me get the other porcelain bucket. Bucket of lava. Yeah, that is now extinguishing fires. But hey, it's still 3 times rate. Once it starts producing in the background, it's not going to be that bad. Let's put our water down here. I know it's shareholders, but imagining shareholders is funnier. Yeah, it kind of is. That certainly is An image. Okay, let me pick up the water actually. The lava, sorry. So we can dig up the dirt in peace without creating unintentional obsidian. And now with lava and water next to the generator, it generates stone into an inventory above it, which in our case is this drawer. So now we have proper stone generation. That's the first step. Where to go from here? If we have stone producing here next to the crucibles, we can automate putting it into the crucibles. Easiest way for that would be pipes, and we have few options for that. Mechanism gives us the, what were they called again? Logistical transporters, which needs some form of steel and basic control circuit, which is already metallurgic infusion with osm. Okay, that is a whole process. Not getting into this this evening. But the pipes mod, pipes with a Z, also needs a lot of iron and some redstone, but only droppers to give us 16. Let's look through that, and we're gonna need a pipe wrench, which is just any 2 rods and 2 flint. Okay, let's go with the pipes version here. For which I'm gonna need some of the stone already. I'm gonna need droppers, which already need redstone. So we're just getting 2 for now. And we're gonna need more iron. More iron needs more sifting. Oh yeah, I was wondering where the porcelain buckets are. I used them to scoop up lava, and that consumes them in the end. But we can make more. It's not that critical. We got the droppers. Yeah, just the iron is missing. More cobble, more gravel, more sifting. Yeah, you sound tired. I will move from the desk now. I stared at too many PDFs for the last 2 hours. Yeah, that tracks. Which reminds me, we have been online, yeah, right around a bit over the 2-hour mark with scuff and all. Not too bad. Okay, the hammer held. Time to sift that. Yeah, 9:15 over here. That usually marks my indication to slowly start the process to getting towards bed. But we're gonna do just a bit longer, I think. Get at least some very basic automation up here. Elias, can you please decide where you want to be? Walking back and forth is not sustainable. Early sleep, I respect it. Yeah. Starting the process around this time doesn't mean I actually sleep this early. Sometimes I start early enough to actually go to bed sometime 9:30. But with taking care of the cats, giving them a feed, scooping out the litter box, getting myself ready for bed, getting my teeth brushed, all that. Sometimes it's 11 or later, even though I tried to start. That's executive function for you. Starting the process at midnight if I'm lucky. Yeah. On the one hand, understandable. For me though, I would die, because Elias knows he's pretty, and he knows of the concept of pretty privilege, which is how he survived for the last 5 years that we had the boys. But he uses his pretty privilege, among other things, to start screaming at me sometime between 4 and 5 AM. So if I don't get to bed on time, I will simply die and perish. Nothing to be done about it. Oh, that's a lot of stone. I'm gonna need to make a separate hammer, I feel. Yep, hammer is broken. Time to throw this one out. What is the durability on that actually? Some vanilla Minecraft knowledge for you. The F3 debug screen, which is just overwhelming. But F3 has some hidden features. While pressing F3 you can combine it with H to get hidden information. Just like tool durability. So stone tools have 131. Should be the same for the hammer. Checking that theory, yeah. So just over 2 stacks. We could expand the sifting setup to speed up this part of the process, but it gives me a chance to hydrate. Okay, the hunger bar is also going down again, so brace for impact of weird eating sounds. I have no idea what they put into that sound, that the subtitles talk about a mechanical hammer. I would assume that does in fact give them attention. Yeah. I'm being punished if I don't give him attention. He usually calms down again and can get some more sleep in. Yeah, but the interruption is sometimes wearing on me. Okay, we have 4 blocks of iron ore. That's not quite enough yet. Let me get the pebbles out of the way though. And I can keep an eye on those drops here. $52. Yeah. Let's take another stack and need my crafting grid. And another hammer. And it sounds like scaffolding, yeah. I see the resemblance. But I'm also one of the, let's call it older or classic Minecraft players. I know why people use scaffolding. I see the advantage. The physics behind the scaffolding block though, how it's placed, that it drops after a certain distance of, I think, 7 unsupported blocks. I would usually use it more for aesthetic choices, base design, decoration, but for actual scaffolding, oftentimes whatever I have on hand, dirt, cobblestone. If I were smart about it and not too lazy to build a slime farm, slime blocks are pretty nice as scaffolding because they can be broken instantly by hand. That's pretty good. Yeah, the classic dirt block scaffold it's just almost nostalgic. What do you mean that hammer is broken already as well? By now I probably could have made a compressed hammer. Sifting also gives me a chance to test out, look at some messages. Let's see if I missed anything important. Okay, that's something for later. And the rest is Twitter and friends. Okay. Nothing time critical. The cats have also been remarkably quiet over the last 2 hours. I appreciate that. For the most part, they've been sleeping over here. They did leave the room though, so I hope they're not... They haven't gone out to annoy Helia. They're doing evil when you don't see them. You're laughing? Sometimes they do. Sometimes they actually do. Yeah, the furnace is probably one of the next things to upgrade. Because furnace is as fast as you can see it. But there's a mod called Iron Furnaces in here, which starts by surrounding furnace with iron. And then you get an iron furnace, which is a bit faster. And can receive upgrades. So they can function as a generator to generate, depending on who you asking. The old school term is flux, later term is Fe, which is forge energy, because forge is one of the more popular mod loaders. And there's a few mods that actually have their own energy units. But yeah, they can either continue to burn coal and other materials, or they can smelt things using Fe, or they can get a generator upgrade to produce Fe, and the iron tier can then be upgraded into the gold tier and up into ridiculous tiers until you get the what was it? The rainbow furnace. Then there's secrets and Easter eggs surrounding that as well. So that's a crafting tree all on its own as well. Okay, but here we have the item pipes and the pipe wrench from the pipes mod. Let's see, now I can place this here. I place it properly and not just somewhere into the world. So the pipe wrench connects to any inventories or any blocks with inventories that can hold items. And if I shift and right click here, it gets this flange around it and should be extracting items from this to put it into the other environments, other inventories it's connected to. So now we're automatically producing cobblestone, piping it over into the crucibles, who are heated from below and smelt down the cobblestone into lava. And if we wanted to, we could connect some form of fluid pipe to the crucibles to pump out the lava into some form of tank. Easiest pipes and tank we could have access to right now is probably the create parts, but we need some, not just copper ingots, but also copper sheets for that. Which means a press which needs a block of iron, so sifting for even more iron. Invisible people on my island again. Getting a bit tired of sifting. Yeah, getting iron automated is probably a good next goal, and yeah, that doesn't necessarily need high levels of lava automation. Yeah, still don't have any emeralds. Unidentified stone sword. This item has an unknown power. Oh, world tier haven. Okay, that's somewhere something with the apotheosis mod. Captive dreams. Sharpness 5, looting 4, unbreaking 5, mending and capturing 5. That'd be nice, but it will come around again. Not gonna force anything that gives us emeralds now just to get this. The capturing enchantment, for those who aren't familiar with it. There's a creative item, the mob spawn egg, which can also be used by survival players. It's just a single-use item then. You right-click it and you spawn a particular type of mob. And the capturing enchantment on weapons gives you a certain chance of mobs dropping their associated spawn egg when being killed with such a weapon. Can be useful. Can be a lot. Like I said, it's a chance, so it's not really guaranteed or anything. Thinking about inventory management though. These llamas are probably currently my best source of leather, and I'd like a backpack. So, sorry about this, old chum. Come on, fall over. Okay, and we got 2 leather. That's definitely not enough to build a backpack, but there's gonna be more. Oh, and some inferior messes. Mystical agriculture, it's gonna help us with some resource generation in the future. So, good to have it, but for now, put that to the side. Okay, let's see. If we want to automate some things, I'm gonna need an auto hammer. If I can type, that is. How are you crafted? With a lot of iron. And a diamond hammer. And we're getting diamond at the earliest with iron meshes. Okay. That's still a ways off. What we can do though is use some of our flint. Let me pop out the string meshes here, because these can also be upgraded, like pretty much anything in any mod. There's always several tiers to everything, because nothing is ever easy. Upgrading those to flint. This gives us a bit of a higher drop rate with things, so we should get more out of it. If we look into the uses of the sieve, for example, sand with a string mesh gives some plants and stuff. With a flint mesh, we don't get those. We get shirts. So that's something. But more importantly, for example, the chance to get an iron nugget from sand is raised from 13% to 16%. And Certus is still the same. But Certus itself gets a bit of a higher chance. Yeah, getting up into iron again gives us the plants. Getting into gold, we get some guardian drops, meaning prismarine shard and crystals, and gold. Because as soon as the mesh is golden, sand current suddenly contains gold. But yeah, these upgrades are gonna help us in our resource generation. The diamond mesh, we can sift all the modium with a low chance just from normal sand. Wow. The All the Mods pack has some some of its own mods. One of them is All the Modium, which is the base tier of the high-end tier metals that this brings. There's 3 tiers: All the Modium, Vibranium, and Unobtainium. And disregarding the name Unobtainium completely, we're gonna be producing that infinitely in the future. Because we're gonna produce everything, which is gonna kill my machine. So if we're gonna continue to play this, we will need, I will need to put this on a server so my PC doesn't go up in flames. Okay, but for now, to get diamonds, sieve, we need iron at the very least. And with an iron mesh, it's a 1% chance. Marvelous. 4% with the gold. 6% with diamond, and on the netherite mesh it's average output 0.12 with a maximum of 2. That sounds like a 12% chance to me, but we're getting everything with a percent chance. But this is weird because it has a maximum output of 2. Even though the others also have something like that. Okay, I don't need to understand that part, I think. Try not to fall into lava. My dude. Okay, let's get chest set up. This one expanded rather. Silver, aluminum, nickel, zinc, gold. Gold might be interesting. Osmium, lead, tin, copper, platinum. So we continue sifting gravel with our now flint meshes to get more iron, to upgrade the meshes to iron, to upgrade them to gold. I think that's a plan. Did we get gold from sifting gravel? Yes. Then we continue doing just that. I don't know if I should just set myself a time at which I want to stop. Or a goal I want to achieve before stopping for today. On the other hand, tomorrow I'll be streaming together with Helia. And I'm gonna play It Takes Two for our 7-year wedding anniversary, because we're nerds. And co-op puzzle action RPG game type things are definitely not gonna put any strain on any relationship. So let's see how that goes. But yeah, we're not gonna start in the early mornings, so it's gonna take a little while. So I might want to try to sleep a little late tomorrow morning. So staying up now, as long as the cats cooperate, shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be too late though. It's a double-edged sword or something like that. Oh, we're getting dripstone as well. That's nice. Dripstone would enable us to do the vanilla method of infinite lava generation. Having a lava source over some pointed dripstone, dropping down into a cauldron. That would be one way. Thank you for your prayers, Les. Let's see, we are up to 4 pieces of iron. That is 1 upgraded sieve, and we have 7. I mean, we can upgrade one for the fun of it. Bit of inventory management. Or a sad excuse of inventory management. Why do I hear breaking crystals? It's a wandering trader doing some bullshit. Okay, first time we heard him slurping milk. Oh, that's the sound when he's stepping on the copper fluid pipes. Ah, okay. Yeah, still the same dude. Well, hang around as long as you'd like, I guess. Speaking of weird noises, let me talk over that one as far as I can at the very least. And we are done with the cooked silkworms. Another inventory slot freed up. That's comforting thought or something like that. Okay. I wanted to conserve my coal by not smelting smaller amounts, because one piece of coal smelts exactly 8 items. Smelting less wastes some of that efficiency, but we're getting coal for free while sifting for words. Words are getting harder. Sifting for iron. Just like we're getting gold on the side. Want to jump on top of it, not over it. Thanks. It's kind of odd to talk about other people's merch, but I don't have any of my own, so what merch am I going to talk about? Over on... mostly on YouTube, though, they are also gaming here on Twitch, occasionally. Or regularly, even. I just don't watch it. Is the couple Evan and Caitlin. Mostly known for DIY... sometimes woodworking, sometimes resin crafting, whatever takes their fancy on any particular day. And one of their merch motifs is a t-shirt print. Words are hard. I think of that one very regularly, very fondly. If I'm ever gonna get any YouTube merch again, that one's high on the list. Excuse me, my man. If you wanna walk that way, you're gonna have to jump. But your pathfinding doesn't recognize these as blocks because they're transparent blocks, eh? Yeah, the Minecraft community, he knows no personal space. Yeah, not at all. The Minecraft community recently discovered some details of the pathfinding algorithms of mobs. Specifically, how those algorithms evaluate the best path, because it's not always the shortest. They often avoid water or lava or any other hurtful blocks. Not just stepping onto those blocks, but also walking adjacent to them. And with that you can build various weird paths that look like there's a straight connection between any hostile mobs and you, for example. But the hostile mobs are never gonna walk directly towards you. Because their pathfinding algorithm wants them to avoid particular obstacles to keep them alive. But for example, a trapdoor that's the upper end of a block will seem to them as a solid block they can walk on, even if it's open. That results in some interesting behavior, like walking right into fall traps full of lava and dying on the spot because their pathfinding algorithm wanted them to stay alive. The other direction had obstacles that were out of the way, hidden under carpets, and will not stop any player in any meaningful way. Poetic is one word to describe it. Exploiting those rules could also be classified as mobbing, I think. But Minecraft players are not strangers to the concept of mobbing any creatures in this game. It's just pixels after all, eh? You really like those sieves, eh? Here, sift for me. Yeah, thought so. Violent flashbacks to Doc's Wither Cannon. Yeah, that one was a thing. I think Exuma has not necessarily flashbacks, because those are a valid and existing and very exhausting psychological phenomenon, but not too fond memories of that crashing the server when someone loaded it partially, but the area where the wither skulls were shot to, or wither projectiles were shot to, was not loaded, so the projectiles just accumulated in that space, and then someone loaded that area and there were 1,000 exploding projectiles. The server did not like that at all. But yeah, when you talked about how they handled that situation, I learned a bit about Minecraft server administration and diagnostics, which is nice. I may or may not need that at some point. Every time the server crashes, everyone immediately looks at Doc. Yeah. Sometimes that just might be the case. And hey, he's not completely innocent about it. No one can tell me that. It is not unprecedented, let's call it that. I should go for the compressed version. It's just not really sustainable to do it like this. still love how salty he was about not being allowed to dupe sand, but I'm kinda with him there. There needs to be a better way to farm sand than digging. Yeah, absolutely. I was watching Il Mango, another technical Minecraft player, doing a not necessarily modded, but off vanilla data pack set up with a skyblock island, which used mostly vanilla mechanics to create pretty much anything you'd want as instead of using mods. And in there, the pack had something to detect water flowing over, I think it was dead coral. So you'd have to find a warm ocean biome out in the void, create enough of a water space so you can get coral fans in the first place, then take those out of the water so they die, place them down again into flowing water, and after some time the dead coral is consumed and spits out sand. And that was the sand generation method of that pack. It's a whole thing. Yeah, I think that was the exact noise my brain made at that point. Okay, this gives me 11 compressed blocks. Let's see, give me another stack so I can add more sticks. Because I used one for normal hammers. Take out some spruce. Wait, that's my compressed cobblestone. No use in doing that. Producing 9 hammers. Then combine them into one compressed stone hammer. There we go. Let's use up the other one and then go on to hammering compressed blocks. Second, be right back with you. How much durability does that one still have? 98, okay. It's gonna be another few blocks. I did not want to create pebbles. Not right now. And 52 more. Do. Okay, let's see how much iron we can get out of this. But I'm feeling the tired, and I should come to an end soonish here. Stone hammer is broken. Very good. That's what we wanted. Okay, just to try out the thing. We did a lot today. Yeah, maybe. And hey, Minecraft was the reward for getting a working tech setup. So now we have these compressed blocks with the reinforced corners and the compressed hammer. And out comes compressed gravel, which I can then craft down into normal gravel. It's a bit faster, isn't it? Yeah, clock's going on to 10. This is the last batch of gravel that we're sifting today. Oh, just remembered, after my last stream, people were a bit confused at first and were looking for any problems with their machine. My end screen is supposed to look like that. It's not a problem with your PC. So when we get there, try not to be too confused. It's all fine. Okay, getting a bit more iron through here. Yeah, Marsh, you were there, and I think, who was it? You told me that Lucy was even more confused. Just a tiny bit of evil. As a treat, you know? Okay, iron mesh. We're getting there. That's not enough to upgrade anymore, but we can make 2 of them golden. That's the thing, we can easily mix and match the meshes that we have, just to get a bit more while we can. Not gonna use them more today, but yeah, wanted to get them out of the way. Okay, that's 5. Oh, one more. I'll even leave the last one in for now. Gold indeed. And gold mesh. Okay, even though they're different tiers of meshes, those sieves will still work as one unit. At least they did last I checked. Let's hope I'm not wrong about that. We have a slightly better setup for next time. We still have automatic cobble and lava production, including almost 12 buckets. A still mostly untouched island. A lot of wood. Wood production is one of the next things we should tackle. But yeah, for now it's manual chopping. And finding an end out here and going to bed. So close the door on that part. Stare at our very relaxing lava lamp. Yeah, thanks for joining me on this extended tech test. I'm very happy with what my setup is doing right now. I still want to look into maybe a different end screen and maybe a starting soon screen. Everything else I got covered, I think. If you got any other ideas what to do with arcade tokens apart from a text-to-speech command, let me know. Even though it's just a PNG model, not a Live 2D model or anything, I might still be able to play around with assets and redeems related to that. That might be fun. But yeah, that's always something for the future. And with me not aiming for any affiliation or anything and doing the full-time job thing, it's not gonna be all that regular here. But yeah, next time we see each other will be tomorrow in the collaboration with Helia. Gonna be streaming on both channels, even though It Takes Two does have split screen, so one POV should give you both POVs, but you can still tune into both. So yeah, that's gonna be an interesting one. Hope to see you there. Have a nice time zone and a good night.